So we should view this fleeting life, a star at dawn, a bubble in a stream, a flash of lightning in a summer cloud, a flickering lamp, a phantom, and a dream. Venerable Bhikkhunis, dear Dhamma friends, I would like to share a few words with you on life. And I'm going to ask, I'll have without that.
Can everybody hear her okay without the microphone in the back?
No,
not so.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now first I want to ask everyone a question. What is life to you? What is life? What do you mean by life?
Complicated.
You know, we can answer this in several ways. But what I like best is to call life the passage of time between birth and death. Isn't that true? Isn't that what life is about? It's a passage of time between birth and death. Now, if you call birth B and death D, what comes between B and D? Anyone has any idea what comes between B and D? What?
See,
Yeah, C. And what is C? Choice.
Ah.
Chetana. Isn't that what our life is? It is a
number of choices.
yes, it is choice or chetanas that is created at every thought moment. That's what we do all the time, right? In other words, it's a continuous process of cause and effect, rolling on. Or it's like a flowing river, flowing all the time without even a split second of stillness. Have you ever found stillness in your life? Even for a split second? It's cause effect, all flowing on. And actually without anything, nothing other than the choices that we make. Isn't that true? For everyone? Now, all beings, from the smallest to the mightiest, what do you all seek? Anyone has any idea what do you all seek? What do we seek?
Happiness.
Happiness. That's right. No one wants to suffer. But, you know what? We do something wrong. We look for happiness in the wrong place. We forget that we are the only ones, we and only we, have the choice to make life happy and meaningful or miserable and full of suffering. We don't realize that. So we think the external things make us happy. Now, what is happiness? What is it? Now we all said that we are seeking happiness. Do you know what happiness is? What is happiness for you? Now that's what you all seek. But you don't know what you are seeking. What is happiness?
If we knew, we would not be here.
So why are you seeking something that you don't know? What is it?
Satisfaction?
Huh?
Satisfaction?
I thought on here. Okay, satisfaction. Contentment. Okay.
Accomplishment.
Okay.
No suffering.
We'll see.
No
Yeah,
suffering.
okay. Now,
Meaning?
to the ordinary worldling, happiness is the pleasure and some kind of thrill or excitement that is derived when what? Our wants are met. Isn't that true? We have so many wants. When the wants are met, we get kind of excited and we think we are happy. Is that really happiness? Huh? When your wants are met, is that really happiness? No, that's not real happiness. Because why? Why is it not happiness? It lasts only for a short while till the next want comes. Okay, when we get that want satisfied, lasts for a short time, then there's another want that comes. So that's not real happiness. Because our wants are endless. No one can really put an end to our wants. Is that true? The more you want, the more you have, the more you want. Even a billionaire will want something. They're not satisfied. No matter what you have, we are never satisfied. So, what are we really doing? We are trying to hold on to external, changing, unreliable things. And you think these things can give us happiness? They are changing. How can they give us happiness? So what happens? We end up with unhappiness and a lot of suffering. Because we are not, whatever we hold on to changes. So then we are unhappy, right? And we are suffering. So that is why most of the time we are suffering. And another thing we do is, we project happiness to the future. If I have this, I'll be happy. And that's what we teach our children also from the time they are small. Go to school and study. When you study, you'll be happy. Get through high school, you'll be happy. Go to the best university, you'll be happy. Are we still happy? Get married, find a job, have children, you'll be happy. Till we die, we are looking for happiness, and we haven't found it still. Sometimes we think, other times we think, our spouse, our children, our family, our friends, our possessions will make us happy, and we hold on to them. Do they make us happy? Do your spouse make you happy? Do your children make you happy? Do your friends make you happy? Are you sure they make you happy?
She's right there. She's right there, so I have to, yes.
Because you know what? The ones that we love are the ones that really make us unhappy. Why? Because we are holding on to them. And we think, we try to change them. Will they ever change? No. So that very thing makes us unhappy, because they won't change the way we want. So they are the ones. It's the ones who give us the most unhappiness is our spouse, our children, our family. Because, no, that's true, because think about it and see. Because we love them and we hold on to them. Okay, if they get sick, what happens? Are you happy? If something happens to them, are you happy? No. Anything that happens to our loved ones, do you cry if a mother dies? No, you cry if my mother dies. A mother dies, will anyone cry? No. But if my mother dies, I will cry. If a son dies, will we cry? No. If my son dies, I will cry. So who gave us the unhappiness? My son or a son? Think about it. The ones we love are the ones who give us the most suffering and unhappiness. Why? Because we are holding to something that is changing all the time. Now, I'm going to ask you another question. What is the most precious thing we each and everyone got? What is our most precious thing?
Life.
Huh?
Life.
That's right. I heard someone saying our life.
Yes.
Our life, we think, is the most precious thing. Now what do? we hold on to it as tight as possible. That is with all our mind. You think our life gives us happiness? How many think our life gives us happiness? Why do you work from morning till night? Make this life happy and comfortable. Why do you do everything to make our life comfortable? What a lot of suffering we have during the day just to make this life happy and comfortable. We are dancing to every whim that this life says. But will the life listen to us? If we tell them, don't get sick, will you stop getting sick? No. We have to feed it, we have to wash it, brush teeth, bathe. What happens if you don't do those things? What happens? What? Huh?
Suffering.
What? Suffering. If you stay, just stay 1 week without taking a bath. Say 2 days without brushing your teeth. So we have to do all that just and will it ever listen to us? No. So we are suffering because we are holding on to something that is changing all the time. I mean, now I have to only look at me to understand. Every time I look at me now, I understand what has happened to me. I can't hear properly, I can't see properly, I can't walk properly. Why? Old age has come. That is what has happened to life. So when you come to my life, you will realize, wow, this is not something that is happy, gives us happy. This is something that gives us a lot of suffering. And we think that is the most precious thing in our life. Because even the most stingiest person, if they get sick, they'll spend every penny that they have trying to get well and go on with life. But they don't understand that this life, what we call life, is the one that gives us the most suffering. Why? Why is it not? Why is it that it doesn't give us happiness? Why are we suffering? Because our life is changing every thought moment. It's changing. No one here is the same as the person who came in through that door. We have changed. Our body has changed. Our mind has changed a zillion times. Our perceptions have changed. And whatever we did do changes. So there's no way that life can give us something satisfactory. So at the end, what happens? We suffer, we have lots and lots of suffering. Because real happiness is not found in external things. That is experienced, external things means things experienced through the five senses. What you see, hear, smell, taste, touch. Do they give us lasting happiness? You all had a delicious meal. Do you still have it? It's gone forever. And even the food that you thought was really so delicious, once you put it in your mouth, and if you take it out, you think that will give you happiness? It's so repulsive, right? So that taste lasts before this is gone. So you quickly put another word in your mouth because you want. And that goes. And so we try to hold on to it, but we can't. But, friends, is another kind of happiness. That is the internal happiness, happiness that you find within yourself. No external things can give you happiness. It's only what is internal can give you happiness. It is this happiness that brings peace, joy, bliss, and contentment. This is the real happiness. That is the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. It's the Nibbanam Paramam Sukha. That is the real happiness. Okay, now I'm going to ask you another question. What is the purpose of life? What is the purpose of your life? Anyone? Have you got a purpose in your life? What is the purpose of your life?
To be
Yes?
happy and to make others
Service.
Huh?
Service.
Service. What else?
happy. To be happy and to make others happy.
Okay, those are good. What else?
What else is there?
Huh?
What else is there beyond
what is
happiness?
What did the Buddha say as the purpose of life?
To purify ourselves? Purify our mind?
Okay. It is, but not quite. He said, to end suffering and find the ultimate supreme bliss of Nibbana. Isn't that our purpose? Isn't that every Buddhist goal? Isn't that the goal of every Buddhist? To find the ultimate supreme bliss of Nibbana and put an end to suffering? But how do we do that? It's easy said than done. How do we do that? Now, I'll just give a few ideas because I don't have enough time to go in there. To do that, we need to cultivate true happiness through meditation, wisdom, loving kindness, and compassion. Okay, now this I think all might able to answer this. What is the main cause of our suffering?
Attachment.
Not quite.
Ignorance.
Not quite.
Ignorance?
Craving.
What?
Craving?
Craving. What else? Yes, craving and desire.
Desire.
Desire is the main cause of happiness. That's the second noble truth. Desire is the cause of happiness. Why? Because we are never content with what we have. How many of you here can say, I'm content with what I have, I don't want anything more? Is there anyone here who can say that and sit back and wait? I am content with what I have, I don't want anything more. No one. Not even the monastics. Not even the ones in robes. They are not content. If our vihara is small, you want to become vihara. Right? That is nature. I mean, this is human nature. We are never, I'm not saying anything is wrong or wanting, but that is what it is. And that is why it is the desire that makes us happy, unhappy. We think desire makes us happy, but it's a desire that makes us unhappy. And that is the, okay. Now, saying that, it doesn't mean that we have to suffer all the time, because just because I said we need to be content, does that mean we have to suffer every? No, we need to have certain desires. Otherwise, as human beings, we can't exist. But we need to try and satisfy our needs. Our need is one thing, and our want is another thing. We have our basic needs, right? Everyone needs to satisfy our basic needs. Otherwise, we can't exist. But we don't have to satisfy our wants because there's no end to our wants. The more we have, the more we want. So the first thing that we have to do if we want to find happiness is to simplify our lives. Do we really need the big house and the big car and the big TV and all that to make life happy? I mean, if it's 2 people, a small house is plenty, right? We can't even take care of that big house. So why you want a flashy car? To show the others. Otherwise, what you want is a vehicle that will take you from point A to B. But no, we want the most flashiest car and all the big house, everything that, all the gadgets. I mean, so what happens to do that? Both husband and wife need to work. So we get into this rut. We don't have time to do anything else. Work by this. So is that happiness? I mean, it will give you a little bit of happiness to see that big car and to drive in that big flashy car. But are you happy at the end? No. So I'm going to give a few ways, just points in how to seek this supreme happiness. First of all, what we need to let go is our desire. That is the second noble truth. Let go of the desire. Then the second, another way, by cultivating loving kindness, compassion to all beings. I mean, you can't say, I love all beings except in that enemy that is down the road. No, it's all beings without exception. You can't discriminate anyone. And we need to live in harmony with everyone. By cleansing and purifying our minds. And the next one is developing Noble Eightfold Path. Then another way is understanding that life is impermanent, unsatisfactory, and that we cannot claim anything as I, mine, or self. Is your child yours? Is your spouse yours? Is your house yours? Are the parents yours? No, they don't belong to you. But we think they belong to you. That is where the trouble starts. And then the other one is not looking outside to get something that can be found only within us. We look for happiness outside. We'll never ever, even if you look till doomsday, you'll never find happiness outside because it is something that is within. It is the state of your own mind within you. You can live with all the problems around you, but if your mind is, if you look within, you can find peace and happiness. The peace and happiness that we find outside can only distract us from true reality. True peace and harmony can be found only within us and us alone. Only one who lives by Dhamma will escape misery and come to final release from all suffering. Now, what we call Chetana, that's a choice that I started at the beginning. That is the karma that we create. And it is very, very important for us to understand what this karma is. Not that we understand, we only have a little bit of, we can't fully understand the working of the karma, but still it is good to understand even that little. That is, good begets good and bad begets, at least if you can understand that. Karma will give its result. Because if you understand that, that gives us a lot of power. Because if you understand karma, will you do bad things? Will you do kill people? Will you steal? Will you treat others like dirt? No. Then you begin to treat others with love and respect. So the practice of good karma, when fully developed, will help us to overcome both. We need to overcome both unwholesome and wholesome karma. Because even if we have only wholesome karma, we are making our journey in samsara long. We have to let go of both wholesome karma as well. And when we let go of both wholesome and unwholesome karma, then that is when we come close to our goal. And what is our goal? What is the goal of every Buddhist?
Nibbana.
Huh?
Nibbana.
I'm sure of it. Nibbana?
They said Nibbana.
Okay, thank you. It's Nibbana. Nibbana. And what is Nibbana? The cessation of desire and end of suffering. So what is Nibbana? It is the blowing out of the flame of desire and the quenching the fire of life. Is that true? Yes. Nibbana is the freedom from the bonds that we have bound ourselves. That's the Samyojana. The main cause of the entire problem is, what is the main cause of our entire problem? Why are we like this, the way we are? Why? Huh? But I don't want you to tell what you can do.
We're humans.
Huh?
We're born.
What?
We're born as humans.
Ignorance,
No.
delusion.
Well,
And the Pali word is avijja. Because that is covering us like a big black cloud, the ignorance. And we can't see things as they really are. It's like when you go to a dark room, can you see? You can't see anything, right? But what do you have to do? Switch on that light. What happens when you switch on that light? We can see everything. So what do we have to do to our minds? Switch on that light of wisdom. When you switch on the light of wisdom, what do we see? We see things as they truly are. Okay? And what does avijja do, or ignorance? It is that which causes desire. And what does desire do? It sets forth the karmic force in motion. And what does the karmic, once the karmic force is set in motion, what happens? We are journeying, going round and round and round in samsara. No end. So, the arising of wisdom, what does it do? It clears away avijja and lights up the mind, and we then see things as they really are. And what is it when you say to see things as they really are? What is it that we see? We see things as they really are. What is it that we are going to see? What is the truth? What do we see?
Anicca, dukkha.
That's right. We see anicca, dukkha, anatta. All things are impermanent, all things are unsatisfactory, and all things are without a self. That's what we see. So, in whatever situation we are, we need to develop the Noble Eightfold Path. By doing this, our minds will become clearer and clearer. And the unwholesome roots of what? Greed, anger, and delusion. When the mind gets clear, these three are the cause of every problem. Greed, anger, and delusion. They are the unwholesome roots. They will start fading away. It is then that we understand the true meaning and the true purpose of life is revealed. What is the true meaning and the true purpose of life? To see things as they really are. Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Now that we understand the true purpose and the true meaning of life, now what happens? Who is going to come one day and touch us, knock on our door? There's someone who will come one day and knock on our door. Who is it? Huh? Yes, the angel of death. So, if we have got rid of this and we understand life as it truly are, when the angel of death knocks at our door, we can welcome her with our arms wide open, smile at her and say, ask her, death, oh death, where is thy sting? Will there be a sting at that time? No, because we are free, free from all desire, free from all suffering, and we are the most happiest person ever. Thank you.